All right, this is due. This is going to be due for a pullback. They are really hard to catch, but I am ready to catch this. No, 1, 2, like 3 or what is that? 10 1-minute highs with no 1-minute low in a row. This is going to work. This is getting extended pretty clean. It's got some wicks on the downside, some wicks on the top side, but it's actually more bodies than wicks, so I love that. Alright, so this is where you have to be extremely fast to do these to get amazing risk to reward. Like, I'm ready for it. If it breaks this body there. No, oh, no, no. Oh, I hit the wrong button, okay. So I might get stopped out here once or twice. And that's okay if I do. My entry was 276.05, the stop was 276.48, so we'll just call it 40 cents or so. So my target is going to be, I don't expect a huge pullback, I mean a huge reversal on this. At this point, look at the daily chart, look at the 60, look at the 15. They're all pointing up with little resistance. So again, I'm looking for a clean move up and then a retracement back down. This is going to be a little bit over a 2R trade. I don't want to be above this level right. I mean, I don't want to be below this level right here. So right at 275-ish around this, it will pull back to that. So I'll actually go 275.02. No problem, not a fantastic. Now that it's looking actually so big, I'm gonna go down. Yeah, I saw it. The move was really, really nice, and this is where I kind of screw up. I'm changing the rules as it goes, but it was so clear. And instead of just following the rules, I'm being greedy. Right now, I am being greedy. But the price action gave me the ability to be greedy. See, I don't like, it's not good to be greedy. But and it's a lesson I still go back and forth on, because the price action was so clean up and it started to jump down, and I saw the time and sales, which I'll show you. This is not a big trade at all. You know, Bob, I don't want to risk too much on this, but it was just so clear what was happening in the moment, which is why I switched my target, which, you know, it's not the smartest thing to do. That's how you get yourself into trouble. That's how you definitely get yourself into trouble. And so you have to ask yourself, when you do that, how often does it work out? How often do you get stopped out when you otherwise would have hit your target? How often, if you're wrong and you would have hit your target, but instead you don't, then do you revenge trade later? You know, you need to figure all this stuff out. For me, I oftentimes do revenge trading. When I have a target, I change my target. And then it doesn't hit my new target and I let it go back to break even or my original stop. That is an issue for me that I try to avoid. But again, in this case, when I replay and edit this video for you, you'll see I was like, jump, 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 gap down, gap down, gap down. So I was extremely confident that, again, that let's keep the daily chart up. The daily chart looks strong, right? But I find these areas for a wave. So in the very beginning, it waves down, waves up, and then waves back down, right? This waving action is how prices move. And so in this case, you can see instead of using the tails of the wicks, I use the bodies sometimes. Sometimes I use bodies, sometimes I use tails. And in this case, right, I used the body. When it broke this body right here, because it hadn't broken any bodies yet on this run up, pretty sure that's when the pullback starts. That's the moment the pullback starts that you can see it on the candles. Before, you can see it on the montage, or not the montage, the level 2 time and sales, you know, the bid and ask. But in candlestick, it's right at the bodies when you get clean moves. Put the stop then below the 50-cent mark, and I could have done it below this body. You see that? After it went down here, it never went above the body. So imagine these wicks didn't exist, and then you have these bodies break, body stop. So a little bit different way to put stops and entries. And I find on some stocks it works when it's really clean and everyone's like following the order flow. It's not wicky, it's not choppy, there's no real battles going on. It's a little bit of a dip for profit taking in the beginning, clean move up, first body break, go back down, find that little wave, bam, good trade, move on. So this is a bullish engulfing sandwich on Apple on the 5-minute chart. So I just had to take it. So you see you have a bear candle right here, the bullish candle then pretty much engulfs it almost to the penny, but not quite, and then this bearish candle comes back down and engulfs the bullish candle. So it's called a bullish engulfing sandwich because the bullish candle is sandwiched. I don't care about this little 200 moving average on the 2-minute chart. I don't care that it's not under these nasty wicks on the pre-market. Without these wicks, it'd be getting much closer. Okay, so I don't mind that. It's in a clear downtrend. The gap up is pretty significant where I could see that people want to take some profits. And this is not going to be a huge 3R, 4R, 5R trade. I'm going for a 1R on this trade. Just 1R. And I might add in, if this gives me a good pullback where I can reduce my stop and give me a decent setup on the 1-minute chart or 2-minute chart, I will add in. And I was seeing that. So look at this, it made a new 2-minute high and then instantly goes down. Yeah, that's like a place where I wanted to add in, and I almost just did it again. But this is just a 1R trade at this point. This is a high price. I'm not trading Apple in this craziness. I don't want to short with too many shares at this 500 level. So my entry is 58.09. My stop is 50.10.97. You can see it's a wide stop. So it's basically, I don't have my calculator spreadsheet out right now. And this is why we use the hotkeys. It does this for us. So it's a little under 509, 510. It's like a $3. I have like a $3 stop there. Yeah, that's yucky. That's ugh. It's a wide stop. I don't usually do wide stops. So for 1-to-1, it's about 505. So I'll take 505 as my, I'll go 505.05. You can see without my spreadsheet, and because I didn't use the hotkeys today, I'm really slow on my math, which is bad. I just need to either use the proper hotkeys or have my have my spreadsheet always ready. It hit 505 from my 34 little shares there. Bam. Alright, so you can see that sometimes different strategies dictate different rules and different exits and targets, okay? So because my stop is so wide, no way I can hit my 3, 4, 5-to-1 with a $3 stop. Maybe I could at this point because it's, it's getting extended, and it could drop really significantly, but not my setup. On this setup, I like to go for a 1-to-1, maybe 2-to-1 based on my stop.